Boys and girls, I would like to introduce you to the wonderful game of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Boys and girls, what a great generation for RPGs it is this season. We got Atlas gave us P3R, and then Metaphor, and then now we got Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Boys and girls, I know I said a couple months ago that Split Fiction was my game of the year, but god dang it, I was wrong. Because 33 developers came together and made one of the best JRPG Souls-like experiences I've ever had in my life. Boys, this is strictly no script, by the way. This is me talking. This is how passionate I am about this game. I haven't been this passionate about a game since Split Fiction, and then before that, Space Marine. Good lord, those games were amazing. I'm sitting here itching to play this game. I had to stop myself from playing for the past, I think I was playing for 8 hours right before I started recording this. So I was streaming twitch.tv/itsghostworld. But also, I've been streaming. Today was the first time I multi-streamed. So I streamed on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So you guys are more than welcome to hit that notification button. You get notified when I go live, whether you want to watch on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. So feel free to give that a watch if you want to. Now, continue to talk about Expedition 33. Boys, Expedition 33 came out of nowhere and hit me like a freight train, like Truck Kun and Animact. This game is amazing. Like, amazing doesn't even describe it. I'm talking about a game that you want to sit down, immerse, and live in the world. I'm going to give you a little synopsis first, though. Okay, so the beginning of the story, I'm not going to give you too much so you can give it in by the game yourself, but good luck trying to buy it physically because the game is doing so well that they're having trouble keeping copies of the physical game on store shelves. I'm dead serious. They tweeted about it. You want to know how good this game is selling before I even get into the plot? I pre-ordered. I wanted the Lumiere edition, the $70 version of this game. There's another $70 version. There's a higher tier version for the collector's edition. I wanted the Lumiere edition. When I went to go pre-order this game months ago, the GameStop employee said they can't give me the Lumiere edition because they are out of pre-orders for this game. I'm like, how are you out of pre-orders for a game that's not even out yet? It's like, they can't come up with enough product for the Lumiere edition to keep making them. So we're only giving the regular edition out. And I'm like, god dang it. Okay. Back to the story. So you take place in Lumiere, and basically every year there's something called a gommage. The gommage is whenever the paintress, the white quartz statue you see in the beginning of the game, she wakes up every year and writes a number on the wall. That number represents the maximum lifespan of the human race at this point. Now, you can very much see the funness that can come from a story and setting like this, because as you even walk through the opening area of Lumiere, as you hear this glorious song playing in the background, good lord, this game's got an OST that rivals the music of Persona, of Final Fantasy. I'm over here jamming. I'm like,
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courera Eiffel. Clair obscur, gloire des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera Eiffel. Clair obscur, gloire des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Every time I'm alone, like, this song is amazing. You got that song, then you got the battle theme, then you got every single boss theme. Oh my goodness, the game is amazing. But anyway, so imagine you continuously going down this universe trying to find a way to stop the paintress. And before you even get to the situation to where the paintress wipes off the freaking number, you're walking around Lumiere and understanding that people have gotten used to this. You got a bunch of people who worship the paintress. You got a bunch of people who are contemplating whether they want kids because they're going to die within a couple of years of them being born. That's right. Because right now you're basically, the number that she writes at the beginning of the game is 33. Therefore, Expedition 33. So you are the 33rd expedition to be sent out to find a way to stop the paintress. That's pretty much all I'm going to talk about here when it comes to story, because I want you to experience it for yourself. I want you to go in as blind as possible. In fact, I wish I didn't give you the information I already gave you, because it's so much fun to understand it yourself. So let's talk about the gameplay. Boys and girls, if you played the good old fashioned JRPGs with, maybe you might even had a front row, back row system, or you just regular Persona and you have just everybody take their turn and that's it. This is not that game, and it is that game at the same time in the best possible ways. It is the best mixture of a turn-based JRPG and a Souls game I've ever had in my life, and I wish there were more of them. The way the combat works in this game is everybody has a certain skill called attack points, which is basically your MP, but you don't have as much of it. You gain attack points by parrying, dodging, and just regular attacking, as well as other ways depending on the type of Luminas and Pictos you have on. So because you're constantly trying to parry, dodge, and do the most damage you possibly can to take down these enemies, the game slowly but surely turns into the best mixture of a turn-based RPG and a Souls game, because you're constantly parrying, you're constantly dodging, then you gotta jump, and apparently there's even more things that come into the game later in the game than I am. I just now finished Act 2 as I'm recording this video. Good lord, this game is amazing. The combat is fun, the music is even better. Every time there's a song in this game, it gets added to the playlist. I have literally looked up every song I have heard and listened to it at work as I'm pushing boxes for Bezos. Don't even get me started on how good the game looks. I'm currently playing on performance mode on the original PS5, don't have a Pro, and I'm not playing on quality. Don't get me wrong, quality looks great, but I had been playing on the 60 FPS version of it, and I believe they recently changed quality to 30? Because I could have sworn I was playing quality and it was on 60, because I thought performance was going to be like 144 hertz or something, because my monitor for my console cannot handle that. So I just said I'm going to play on quality anyway and still get 60. I was wrong. I believe 60 is performance. Either way, even in performance, this game looks amazing. Did I mention that this game is on Unreal Engine 5? Now wait, pause. Don't do it, because you guys, I understand you guys know that Unreal Engine 5 games tend to run like garbanzo beans. Look at Wukong. And I'm going to get into that right now. The fact that a 30 developer team can come together and make a game that runs, looks, and feels better than Wukong, the devs that came out and said that they made a Game of the Year speech before the game was even done. The fact that these 30 developers are outshowing all the other devs in the community is amazing, and I'm proud of them. They're basically doing the same thing that Larian Studios did when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an industry disrupting title when a group of 30 people can make a game this good in a generation where AAA has felt lackluster. With exploding costs on dev and player, then we have to reevaluate everything we're doing as an industry. And I'm like, brother, if this game continues to succeed, I can't wait. It's gonna be another, well, you can't, because before they had the excuse, they had the trash, completely utter disgusting excuse of, well, you can't expect every game to be like Baldur's Gate. It took them 10 years. It was a lot of people. You can't expect every game to be like this. If 30 people can make a game like this, I don't want to hear your excuse. When they said that we can't expect the same stuff that made Baldur's Gate 3 and every other game, I was like, why? Y'all are making games the same way they are making games. The fact that they can make games this good, this polished, almost no bugs, and still constantly pushing out content for free, might I add. Baldur's Gate 3 just got a huge patch, 8 new subclasses, a bunch of other stuff on top of that for free. The fact that a 30 developer studio made a game like this that looks this good, plays this good, no performance issues, combat's great, story's great. Did I mention how great the OST was? They found this lady on SoundCloud. She had never made a OST in her life, and she came out and sung her goddamn heart out. I'm never gonna stop talking about how good this music is. Good God. But yeah, those are my first impressions of Expedition 33. Honestly, this is possibly, more than likely, gonna be my game of the year. I'm gonna be dead serious with you. This game is amazing. And I was worried because I finished Metaphor, I think like 2 days before this game came out. And I'm like, am I gonna get burnt out because I just finished JRPG and I'm jumping right into another one? I thought I was. I was not. I'm enjoying this game. I'd legitimately have to tear myself away to go do other freaking humanely duties, and I hate it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a good one. Make sure you guys go out and try this game. I will try. I'm not gonna promise. I do want to get into reviews. I might try and review this game when I finish it and roll credits. So let me know what you guys want that in the comments below. Have a good one. Remember to stay spooky, and I'll see you guys later. All right, have a good one. Peace.